Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Soulful Chewbacca, and I guess I'm going to be streaming on Twitch and YouTube every once in a while now, so I figured I would do a stream tonight. Pretty much I'm just working on getting to Mariano Rivera, so I'm going to be playing Conquest probably to start. I know a lot of you guys have been watching the Conquest tutorial maps. This is actually the NL West Affinity 2, well, it's not NL, it's the West Affinity 2 map period. So I'm gonna actually just run through this map probably tonight. We'll see how much of it I get through. Might play a few showdowns. I'm probably not gonna play ranked seasons, maybe some event play, but I'm definitely not gonna play ranked seasons so they fix this stupid pause glitch, especially because I haven't played any ranked seasons yet this season at all. So I'm ranked 0, so probably will be facing people on new accounts that are afraid to get banned or trying to make up their rating and freezing the game. Maybe not, maybe would be. Might play some ranked seasons maybe tomorrow. Either way, let me know if the music's too loud or if you can't hear me. But for right now, we're going to go through this. The way you're going to start out this particular map, as you can see, the goals are capture 2 enemy strongholds, steal 4 fans, 50 million fans acquired, conquer 100 territories, 5 enemy strongholds. Got to capture all the strongholds, got to capture all the territories. So pretty much the same old shindig that it always is for Conquest. And to start out this map, you're just going to want to take up open space like you always do. It's honestly the same thing when you start Conquest every single time. It's not going to be any different just because it's a different looking map. I know some of you might think it might start out different, but I'm just going to take, well, there's a hidden space. Just going to take up this open space here. And just going to get into open space. We're going to skip the steal fans phase, and we're obviously going to steal fans from the Mariners because they're up our butt already. Going to steal them on All-Star to get those 3 fans. How are you doing tonight, Lost and Toxic? I know Toxic's in here. I don't know if Lost is still in here. But yeah, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch. So if anybody's on YouTube, let me know. Toxic and Lost are on Twitch. I might go strictly to Twitch streams, but I figured I'd open it up to YouTube a little bit since I've really only been making videos for like the last year. I haven't really been streaming, just to get maximum participation. You're gonna have to play these fools in their home stadium. I don't really like facing any of their pitchers, to be honest. I'll just pitch Valenzuela just because. Here's my lineup: Buxton, Soriano, Jones, Trout, Ortiz, Piazza, Finley. I really don't like Finley. Should go locked in there. I finished the collection maybe a few days ago. I can make a video about how I made all my stubs. There's a lot of other videos about how to do it out there. But essentially it's doing this silver exchange to gold. That's the way to go about it. To be honest, I think that's a bet. Silver to gold and then selling the golds. You get 478s and a 77. You'll normally be under 1,000 stubs, and if you're under 1,000 stubs, it'll normally work out in your favor. Because you can either quick sell, or if anybody's investing in guys, you get 4,000 or 5,000 stubs off of a player. You made a lot of coin.
And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
I'll shut off the announcers after this game. I forgot to do that. My bad.
And batting next to be Alfonso Soriano.
These clowns, but
yeah. The first offering.
I'm back. Gonna probably try to stream 3-4 times a week. We'll see. How have you guys all been? Especially you, Toxic. I know you've been. There's a. Still not a really pitcher should swing at way early on Kikichi's swing here.
At the plate, Chipper Jones hit in the air toward the gap in right center. After it is Lewis. He gets there.
Yeah.
That's the second out.
I wish it was somebody else besides Chipper. I'm like not a fan of Chipper's swing at all. I know people love playing with Chipper Jones, but I'm like not a fan with him. I'm not a fan of him. So that's a little disappointing. I'm gonna steal with Soriano here to try to get any fucking pitch out. Of course the computer knew I was stealing with Soriano all of a sudden. Jeez.
Into the box, Jake Fraley. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
I'm gonna try to learn this too.
No left fielder.
Oh boy. That's gonna be awful.
There's a
I'm like the
fastball well
worst
off the
pinpoint
plate for a
pitcher ever.
ball.
I was like, I need to learn this if I'm gonna play online and be competitive this year, but
High and
I'm
away,
god awful
not
with it. Hey, how you
close.
doing, James?
3-0.
Well, he
We're
was
gonna have to just
definitely
go
looking
back to the
fastball
damn
here, and he
meter.
got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself
Meter
into
it
a
is.
3-0 count.
And
I get that.
this is nowhere close, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Evan White is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Canada's still all like locked
Nice
down.
job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation.
Go
Usually
right
when
back
a
to the
pitcher
meter.
goes 4 balls in a
Striking
row, that next
computers
pitch
out.
gets super greedy right
Nothing.
down
Hit
the
me.
middle.
How you doing, buddy?
So he got him swinging. Evan White is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. A ball and a strike now.
Yes.
And a curveball here. Good pitch, but a better
Yeah,
take. And it's
Scott
the
was
2-1
talking
now.
about it to me
That
or
pitch
from the
was
inside.
So slow it barely
Gonna
registered
say
on the
he
radar
was
gun.
talking about how
Yeah, man.
it's like
We don't
some
see
places
too
are
many
like you
pitchers
guys just got out of
like
lockdown,
that.
didn't you?
Especially these days. That
Well, I don't
could
know.
be
West Canada's a
really
little bit
tough
different
pitch
than I
for a
guess
hitter
East
to wake
Canada. I know
back on.
Quebec was like locking people down and arresting them and stuff.
Payoff pitch one more time. And
Yo,
this is
are
with
you
that
really-
one for ball
really?
4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
The center fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Kyle Lewis.
Hey, how you doing,
comes on
Salty
with one
Wings and
away as
Avs
he looks
fan?
at the ball. It's 1-0, and he fouls this one off.
I guess you're definitely salty because I thought the Avs were going to make a good run this year, and I don't know how the Canadians.
Great pitch in that situation.
I mean, I know how the Canadians are where they're at because the North Division in hockey was absolutely atrocious, but
As they get the double play.
you can't rely on the Leafs to win anything in the playoffs.
Trout. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
I mean, the facts are the facts. That whole division was just trash.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Nice, man. I think it's honestly. I mean, I'm obviously a big NHL guy too. I like this game a little bit better than NHL when it comes to team building. Wow, really? I personally like
Murphy is camped under this
NHL
one.
though from the aspect of I think
And he's got it for out
I
number
honestly
1.
think that it's
So
more fun to
next
play.
bat will be David Ortiz.
I don't think there's as much of a skill gap as there is in MLB, but I think it's
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
a little bit more. I think NHL is just a little bit more fun to play than MLB, but I like MLB the game better.
Turned on down the line, but a foul ball. 1-1.
But
Now the
yeah, it's a
pitch.
tough loss. I mean, I'm a huge Marc-Andre Fleury fan, so I can't really be mad that Vegas is where they're at, especially because it's Marc-Andre Fleury's the one that's leading them. Kind of a Marc-Andre Fleury fanboy. I mean, being a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, I think he was very much, like, obviously he's loved in the city, but I feel like in general, the general consensus of everybody about him is that he wasn't as good as people say he is. But I mean, I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He'll probably finish second in wins all time behind Brodeur. I would assume he has to pass Waugh still. I'm assuming he's going to play at least another couple seasons.
And this is pulled fouled as he was way out.
And I bet you he ends up like,
No score
as
here.
silly as this sounds, there's a good chance he could end up going to Seattle. Just because he is older, and I'm going to assume that that Vegas is going to keep Leonard, but I could be wrong.
They'll whip this one to first in time, and
It'd be kind of crazy if he went and played for Seattle and then plays lights out for them, and they made the playoffs as an expansion team as well.
And that'll give way to the third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Third baseman. Kyle.
But I mean, even if you go watch like Brodeur or Waugh at the back end of their primes, they were
That misses.
still very good goaltenders. Like guys like Lundqvist obviously fell apart, right? Like with age, but
Fouled away.
there's definitely guys that just get better with age. And Fleury, because he did have some injuries in the middle of his career, I think as silly as it sounds, I think it actually made his career longer than it should have been.
You don't want to lose the leadoff guy.
Because even the years the Penguins won the Stanley Cup, like he was the #1 goaltender for like 3/4 of that the first Stanley Cup run.
And he takes ball 4.
And then he played a lot of games, like he split 50-50 almost with Murray the next year.
Dylan Moore
He actually
is in now as he
outplayed
watches
Murray,
the pitch
but
for ball 1. can't find the
we all
zone
know
there as
from
he lays
experience
off the
now who the
breaking
actual
ball.
better
Sometimes
goaltender
you
on that
got to be
team was.
aggressive offensively, but
But, you know,
sometimes you just let the pitcher
I'm not,
dig
I'm
his
not
own
an
grave.
NHL GM,
Patience
so
and discipline seem
you
to be
can't
the way
make
to
those
go right
decisions,
here.
I guess.
Now the 2-0.
I've been saying Murray was
He's taken
terrible when he won
strike
the Cup.
Ooh, that was some
It's
gas.
crazy to me that
Triple digits on the radar gun.
Fooled by the speed and
they thought Murray was. I mean, Murray looked bad in the Cup runs. Yeah, Matt Murray's not the better goaltender. Toxic, absolute trash can dumpster.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Just a bit late, and he's
Oh, they're blending the K here.
Pitch
That'll
popped
work.
up. Jones in foul ground. 1 out.
Not that I like pay attention. Actually hit. Well, Jari's not bad.
So now here is Tom Murphy
in my
looking to
opinion.
put them
And I
ahead
don't think
early
the
with
Smith
this
is bad
at-bat.
either.
As he will look at a first pitch
Jari made a
fastball.
stupid mistake in the playoffs that cost him the series, but I don't think that he is that bad of a goaltender.
2 strikes to the Mariners catcher.
Do I think he's as good as he looked like he was last year in the first half? No, I don't. But he could be. With goaltenders, it's like anything else, right? Like, what was it, Legacy, or was it? It was Patrick Lalime, right? Yes, the parallels do upgrade the card. Here, I'll show you. For example, this Rob Dibble. That's not a good example because I don't have them paralleled, I guess. Hold on, I'll find a card that's paralleled and show you. It adds whatever it is +1 to all attributes on the card. I'll go out of it. At the end of the game, I'll show you what exactly it does. Go sit down, Hi, France.
Eric Swanson, the right-handed reliever, standing 6'3", gets the ball.
Let's see, does it pop up in-game on the cards? I don't think it... Okay, so... If you see, he's a 93. This is a parallel 1 card. So he's up to 94. So originally his contact versus righty was 98. So it just adds +1 to all of his attributes. So like if a guy's really fast, then he doesn't... like Kenny Lofton was 98 speed, he's 99 now. But like when I get him to parallel 2, he's not going to get like 100 speed. He's only going to be 99. It's not like, well, in NHL, I'm not still sure in NHL if guys get... well, I guess they don't do boosts anymore, but when guys would get boosted in NHL, I never knew if it was going to boost them over like 100 or 99 or whatever. Oh, yeah, they still get boosted with synergies. Like, I don't know if you have like a lot of synergies on a guy that makes their attributes like 102 hittingly, or if it just stays at 99. I haven't told anybody whether they do that or not, so I'm not sure. I mean, obviously these attributes go up to 125. Yeah, the green number is a new overall. And then I'll show you with Mike Trout, he might be playing up today, and then his overall should be like way higher because he also gets a boost from the being a live series card. He can get a boost from who he's playing today.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is Henniger.
See you later, bud.
Gone!
There we go. We just need to get 1 on the board. We should win this game with 1.
We'll get the call here as he'll
Good
hit
old
for the
Jordan
pitcher.
Alvarez. Unfortunately, this man in real life can't field to save his life, or he'd probably be talked about about the same way that Acuna or Vlad Guerrero Jr. is. Because you go look at Alvarez's numbers, they're ridiculous. I think he's batting like 315 this year, if I'm not mistaken.
And that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton.
Let's see.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Yeah, this year he's batting.
You got to be careful
No,
with
this
this guy
can't be
here.
right.
He can really handle the bat. Even though they're 2 outs, he might try to drop
his
one down
career.
for a base hit.
In his career, he's batting 309 with 36 home runs, but that's not. Hold on, what's he batting this season? This year he's batting 302 with however many home runs. Either way, he'd be in the same conversation as. He doesn't have his home runs. Of course, it doesn't. I mean, he's 24 years old. This year so far, he's batting 302 with 9 home runs and 38 RBIs, I think. In the game, no, he's not, because his fielding is terrible. Now, that card was a diamond because that's his card from the 42 series, and that's 88 overall. But his regular card's only a gold. I think it's like 80 overall or 81.
Into the windup and the pitch. Bounce it to the left side. Throw in time. And
first game of the day. Absolutely terrible at the game. Absolute dumpster. Alright. Looks like Bruce is getting the nod here.
Will take the ball now as the new pitcher. First offering. Jake Fraley is in for his second plate appearance.
I mean, he's a diamond hitting for sure, but his fielding is just terrible because he EHs most of the time, so it makes sense that his fielding is not great.
The leadoff man is aboard.
I also don't like that Mike Trout's defense drops down to silver. He goes in the corner outfield as if the center, as if a top 5 defensive center fielder in the game becomes so atrocious in the corners. He drops down to somewhere in the 70s for his fielding. It's kind of ridiculous.
The Mariners' first baseman hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Oh, and they pulled the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight. Here's the 1-0.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on their team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
3-1 the countdown, and the count will be full. Hoping to send him packing.
Oh, that's what it takes you to get in the parallel 4 to get gold fielding. Either way, it's still ridiculous. Like a center fielder, like I get the angle of the ball's different. Wow, he just walked me off. Well then. That's how you don't steal fans in games. Mitch Haniger just walked off Goose Gossage. Should have scored more runs. It's my fault for not hitting. I can't even be mad about that. Shit happens, I guess. Well, I got Valenzuela to parallel 2, but the best mode to grind, if you just want like pure rewards, honestly, the best mode to grind to get rewards, like you said, you just got the game today. I would honestly go in here if you're a good enough hitter and play showdowns and play the season 2 team affinities. If you just got the game recently, because then you get you get a chance to get all these players that are in like this pack over here for the like you get these guys or whatever division you want to go after. But I mean, each of these got like they have at least 2 cards that are very good. Like in the NL Central, well, the NL Central is kind of like the worst division. That's a bad example. I wouldn't actually play with any of those guys. I guess the Pirates pitcher isn't bad, but I wouldn't really play with any of those guys. In this one, like, Edward Cabrera is probably one of the best pitchers in the game. Cliff Lee's not bad if you're pretty good with location and mixing up pitches. Mauricio's underrated. Hank Aaron's a bum. And then Rutledge is pretty good. I mean, there's just better options at pitcher, but he's not bad. But this Cabrera, a lot of people think he's, like, hands down a top 3 pitcher in the game right now because his sinker's so nasty. He throws it like 102 with outlier 1. But, yeah. I mean, let me go back to Epic failing at Conquest here. Oh, wrong one. Alright, so we didn't steal any fans, so we're going to reinforce fans here. And then I guess move fans back to attack phase. I guess I'll just take over some extra space here. Simulate this. On that simulation, I'm going to just take over this up with Seattle. We're going back at him. We're going to beat the crap out of him this time. I'm taking no prisoners. Beat him by like 7-0 twice. Bunch of bastards. I can't believe Mitch Haniger just walked me off. Absolutely crazy. I'll also set up with like YouTube. I'll have to set up like I guess you can create like a community so people can like subscribe or whatever. I don't know, like not subscribe, but whatever it is, join the channel somehow. I gotta figure out how to do that. Apparently they added that. I didn't even realize it was a feature. They sent me like an email about it like 2 months ago. I guess you get that feature when you get over like 1,500 people. You get to monetize the channel at 1,000. At 1,500, you get to, I suppose, get to create a community somehow, whatever that means. Alright, so we didn't like that matchup. I'm trying to figure out who's a righty that you would face. We'll just pitch Tom Glavine and screw it. Did you play that Finley card at all toxic? I really don't like it. I'm going to go with Acuna, even though that's a lot of righties I have in the lineup. But Acuna does rake. The game right now is like so righty heavy for batters. That like high-end batters. Oh, I meant to explain Trout's playing up or whatever. Alright, so you see... so did you see on that board how Acuna was playing up? We'll bring it. He should be playing up in the screen too when he bats. But Salty Wings, did you see how he had like a 95 and he had like that green number? That means he's playing, whoever he's playing today, he plays well against him. So he's playing up for the day. So that means he's like a 95 for today. You mean John Olerud? Yeah, so the way to get John Olerud is you can either buy him on the marketplace or you can get enough wins in the event to get him or whatever. And man down, if you're talking about the grind for Mariano Rivera, yeah, it's only a bad grind because of the prospects. But you actually don't even need the prospects to get him. But yeah, John Olerud is the he's the event reward right now, so you gotta get one like 40 wins or 35 wins or something like that.
And now the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out.
All right, after this batter, I'll be right back in like 30 seconds. I gotta say goodnight to my wife. So give me right after Soriano. Looks like he's gonna walk, but I think Paxton give him a juicy meatball down the middle. I'm gonna drop my PCI and pop out. Or he doesn't throw it down the middle, and I would have walked. Oh,
and he lays off here, ball 4.
All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back.
Come the game's first base runner here with one away. So the next to bat will be Chipper Jones. First shot for him here with a runner at first
Chipper
now
Jones.
and one away. 1-0 the
Good
count.
old Larry.
Now a throw over to first. Runner back standing.
I don't know if Chipper's a better name than Larry. But I guess at this point he's iconic, so it is what it is. But
on the ground is short. This could be 2. One there.
it wasn't the big update, so I don't think anybody did, but I can check.
And now here is Jake Fraley.
I don't think anybody went
Here in the bottom half of the first.
gold to diamond or silver to gold. I have to go look.
Left fielder.
Oh man.
And the pitch. In there for strike one, 0-1.
Yeah, that's it. That's the biggest thing that's better about baseball for sure is you can grind the game and have a really good team.
And he'll come back with one in the.
All right, we're going back to. We tried it once again. I am not good at pinpoint pitching.
Third as the count moves to 2-1 now.
But yeah, it is nice that you can pretty much get a whole. You can pretty much get
He
a
lays off the circle change
team
here
that's
as he moves
competitive
into the driver's
at
seat,
any level
3-1.
by just playing the
Having a
game.
little trouble finding the zone to
Which
start
is
the
nice.
night. It's always deflating to walk the
Because
lead.
in NHL, you definitely can't do that. I mean, I guess you can if you played squad battles, but that's a lot more time. In my opinion, it's a lot more boring, time-consuming than playing.
So bases are empty with one gun, and up next is Evan White.
Than just playing MLB, if that makes
Looked at
sense.
here for strike one.
Yeah, like you can literally just do some moments and have a good team. But after this game, Tyler, I'll check to see if any golds went to diamond. I really don't think they did because the big update's next week. It's every other week,
High in the air
so
out to
I really
center
don't
field.
think they did. Normally it's like little minor stuff or position changes is this week, and then next week is like their big one.
Stepping in now is Mitch
But
Haniger.
it
First
possibly
cuts for
could
him
be.
here with the bases open and two away. Shot this
Haniger.
one right side. High hop, and he
Okay, Big
barehands
Poppy
it.
ain't making that play in real life. He just barehanded that. Look at Big Poppy, the cat right there. Hold on, look at the replay. There's no way Big Poppy would ever make that play in real life. Not a chance in hell. Dude didn't even play first base in the first place. Whatever. Can I lock onto the ball? No, I'm just going to give you guys motion sickness. There you go. Look at this, man. He said, I ain't got a glove. I'm going to just barehand flip it. Like all in one motion. Big Poppy, the Gold Glover. Yeah, so in MLB, they have all the live series cards. So like all the players that are just regular base cards upgrade and downgrade throughout the year based on how they're playing. So you can start out with like a guy that's a silver and he can be diamond. Actually, that's what happened with Vlad Guerrero this year, isn't it? Didn't Vlad start out as a didn't Vlad Guerrero Jr. start as a silver this year, or was he low gold? Oh, he's a 78 this year, I think. I mean, now he's like an 87 or 88.
Up to the plate now is David Ortiz.
So definitely guys can upgrade and downgrade. Burns was a low gold, I think, or a silver to start this season as well.
Lewis waits on it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. So now here is Mike Piazza looking to put them ahead early with this.
I know Glass now went up, but I was trying to think of anybody that went like big time.
First pitch of the AB now.
Unfortunately, I think Burns is not going to be that good anymore. I think a lot of his stuff had to do with sticky stuff, to be honest, because his RPMs are way up, and I'm disappointed too because like 2 weeks ago I bought 2 of his rookie cards, like 2 autographed rookie cards of his, because I was like, oh yeah, he got it. Yeah, Brandon Crawford I think went from silver to gold this year. I mean, for sure he went silver to gold. I think he's like 83 or 84 now.
2 strikes on him now. The 0-2 pitch.
So
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
there is
Next
nothing
up
I could
is
do.
Jordan Groshans. He takes his first cuts in this
That
one with
was
a man at first and 2
absolutely
away.
dirty.
From the belt, the pitch. As the first pitch to him
Nothing
is
I
off,
could've
he
did.
played for a ball 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep
No.
breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. Puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Piazza, runner at first with 2 gone. Piazza, runner at first with 2 gone. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
There, bye-bye ball. Yeah, Grosson's a freaking monster in this game.
And it's
Absolute monster.
Wow.
All right, Ernie Banks.
Will
Ernie
grab a
King.
bat and hit for the pitcher here. First delivery to him. As he grounds one briskly to short. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired.
I have not touched. I was still making videos for NHL, and I wasn't even playing the game. If I'm being honest with you. So contact swing was broken. I don't know if they patched it or not. Like, the best swing apparently is contact swing is super broken. But yeah, Toxic, to be honest with you, I wasn't even playing the game anymore, and I was still making videos. Like, I played the one weekend league, or whatever it's called. I was 14-0, and I got lagged out 3 times. And nothing was wrong with my internet connection. I didn't lag out of the game. Like, I was like, what's the point? Like, the best guys that go 20-0, 19-1, like, people won't do stupid stuff like that to them because they'll get banned. Because if you go into that against an Eki or a like one of the big guys that have a huge following, like, people are gonna blast you and find you and get you banned. It's not worth it, right? But against me, somebody that's smaller, people don't care. Oh, I didn't mean to sit him down. I meant to put him in the game. That's smaller, like, people do dumb shit like that all the time. Like, yeah, I was 14-0 one time and lagged out 3 games in a row. I was like, I'm not playing this game the rest of the year, and this I did. Like, I played maybe whatever against the computers every once in a while, but then I stopped. Just completely. What's up, Big Papa?
So 1 out and nobody aboard. And into bat next, the third baseman, Kyle Seager. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
That was some
But
spot.
like I said, I enjoyed NHL a lot. I just,
So he got him swinging. Kyle Seager becomes out.
it's such a grind. It's also hard, like, when you're a Division I player. Well, I guess a fringe Division I player last year, because I never really played enough of this stuff to get, like, into Division I. And is it in overtime, or are you just telling me that right now? Because I'm obviously not watching the game. Is this like your prediction MTL wins, or did they just win the game? Oh, nope, they definitely just won.
And now pitch on the way.
I would assume that Carey Price probably wins.
This is foul right
If they win the Stanley Cup, Carey Price hands down wins the Conn Smythe. He stole like 3 games in that one series.
Payoff pitch one more time. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
I mean, Salty Wings, you would think the mode that makes them the most money they would care about, but it seems like they don't care about the game, period. Like, not even, like they did a bunch of stuff for EASHL to make it better.
Pitch inside the throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. 2 out here and a runner at second.
I mean, there's no way that EASHL makes them the money that Hut does. There's just no way.
In this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with the base open to work with.
Sent on the ground out to second. And the stolen base
I need to get
winds up as a moot point as the inning is over.
I need to get Soriano in the outfield. I gotta unlock Jackie Robinson. That's what I really need to do.
Leading off the ball game. Oh, he goes the other way, and he drives
Yeah, that was
it
perfect
out to deep
inning.
right center
It'll be a home
field.
run.
And that
That's
is
a
off the
shame.
wall. The throw is wild, and he gets away. And he will
All right, I told Buxton to go home. He just didn't want to listen. I mean, yeah, Chell's more popular, but it doesn't give them as much money because there's no reason to spend any money on Chell. What are you spending money on in Chell?
And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1.
Like, it's the opposite for,
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
what the hell was this?
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on
was
that pitch.
aggressive,
As
yo.
soon as
Like,
it comes out of the hand, the next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
this might be a little too
2-1
chill.
home.
Oh, no,
Gets him to pop it
Soriano.
up on the right side
You
of
and
the
your
infield.
extra high cut. Yo, we're going home. We got
He's
it.
there, 1 away. Well, he bluffed the tag from third there, but he's back in safely, no problem. Eric Swanson is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager. Chipper Jones will be his first assignment, and he's got a tough spot here with the runner at third and only 1 gone.
Eric Swanson.
Has a look, now the pitch.
He's over there trying to throw dots, boy. Yeah, I mean, the amount of money that people spend on HUD every year is absolutely ridiculous. Especially the guys that, like, stream, like, early on in the game. It's dumb. Like, I mean, I spent a fair amount of money in HUD this year, to be honest. It was the first year I didn't have no money spent, yeah, it was the first year in a while I didn't have a no money spent team. My baseball team's no money spent, but it was the first year in NHL I probably spent $400 or $500, to be honest. Hey, how you doing, JB?
David Ortiz. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
In what sense are the collections confusing, Avs? Because I can explain them to you if you want. I don't even want to be called Salty Wings or Avs fan or what do you want to be called, but.
Hit out towards second. And that's the second out. Next up, Mike Piazza. He delivered an RBI single.
Yeah, but Toxic, I've never been the guy to be like, I'm going to open packs on my video and show you guys packs. I mean, I definitely made one video like that when MLB first came out because there's just... This year it was weird. In the pre-order, they didn't release everything. Maybe they did the same thing last year, I just didn't realize it, but you couldn't even do, like, they didn't have a Showdown or anything released, so... Like, content-wise, when it first came, sounds good, Salty. I'll call you that. That way, it's not confusing. But, yeah, it's there wasn't as much stuff in the game as I thought there would be. Like, I planned to, like, the first night do tutorials on Showdown. Well, there wasn't the same amount of Showdowns this year at all. I wouldn't be surprised they take Showdowns out completely for next game because I guess people don't like them. I mean, I like the aspect of just hitting. Don't get me wrong. I think that's the best part of this game. Pitching's cool, but I mean, who doesn't want to just hit? But whatever. I mean, I get it's not easy and it's kind of tedious, but it is what it is. And then J-Beam, I'll show up for work maybe 3 times a week. Honestly, it's just one of those things, like, I just need to turn on my stream because I'm playing, like, offline. Other than when I'm, like, making or editing a video, I definitely need to just turn it on when I'm doing, even with NHL. Like, I should have streamed so many times just playing squad battles, even if I was just knocking out those 4 squad battle games and it was going to be quick. Like, I could have just put on this stream and just bullshitted. Like, I don't know how many people would want to watch a dude play squad battles, but I really just need not give a shit because I'm never going to get partnered on Twitch, that's for sure.
To move the runner into scoring position.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
I don't kiss enough ass or dick ride enough dudes to ever get partnered on Twitch.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Guess he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
Because there's very few people that make it on Twitch without kissing a bunch of ass. I'd probably say the only dude that really made it, 2 dudes that I know that made it without kissing a bunch of ass, or like having a bunch of 12 or 13-year-olds watch them, is probably Big Kep and Big Kep and Jugsy. Other than that, I don't think there's any MLB content creator other than like some of the OG YouTube guys. But I mean, if you make it on, so like if I blow up on YouTube, right, like let's say I ended up having 50, 60, 70,000 people on YouTube, Like, of course you're going to get partnered on Twitch. And you only need 75 of those people to watch you on a regular basis. Like, if you have 50,000 people that subscribe, I would hope that you could have 75 people. But to make it on Twitch, without any, like, obviously having a huge YouTube channel or anything like that, it's definitely not easy if you're doing it yourself. But if you look at it, a bunch of dudes are like, oh, like, they'll go and fanboy on somebody else's page, and then that person will give them raids, and that's how they make it. Paul Ciny's another guy that kind of went and did his own thing, if I'm being honest. But there was, Paul will openly admit when he first started to do it, there was a lot of dick riding that he did. And a lot of guys didn't like him because of it. And it obviously took him a lot longer path than a guy like Jugsy or somebody else that's just downright entertaining, right? So, yeah, but even Big Kep, it took a couple years for him to get partnered. He's just been doing it since, like, if you get, it's like anything, right? If you got in on, well, I don't really want to talk about Dogecoin because I think it's, I think a lot of people lost money on Dogecoin and they just don't want to talk about it. Or maybe not a lot of money because I don't think a lot of people invest a lot of money. But it's just like if you get in crypto, like Bitcoin, if you got in Bitcoin early, you're almost so early that you can't fail, right? Like Big Kep had been streaming for 5, 6, 7 years before, like up to today. And I mean, he's still not as big as some other guys, but he obviously has a huge loyal following because he's been doing it for so long. Wild Hockey's another guy that he's like a fringe when he's playing hockey or doing whatever. He sticks with one game. He's like a fringe guy that could get partnered because he's just been doing it for so long. He's built up a loyal fan base, and that's like the right way to go about it. But there's a bunch of dudes that just like dick ride to try to get like the fast way. Especially last year with COVID, there was a bunch of like dudes that just, I don't think had any business being partnered, that got partnered and didn't really put in, like, didn't really earn it. They just, because they had COVID and they knew some other baseball guys or they knew some other football guys or whatever, this or that, they you get enough raids if you time it right. And like, let's say that I get on at like 3 in the morning, and let's say all the big guys get off at 3 in the morning. Well, if there's only like 4 dudes streaming baseball, like, you only got to beat 3 other dudes. Like, are you really that entertaining? Or are you just a guy that's streaming at some weird ass time of day? And if I fall asleep, let's say I'm watching, I'm not even gonna say his name because I would never watch that fool. But let's say you're watching one of the big streamers. Let's say you're watching Dyrus. I like Dyrus. I don't know if you guys watch League of Legends or not. He's not really a big League of Legends guy anymore, but he's a top laner for TSM for a long ass time, right? He still streams, or I'm a cutie pie. Like, imagine if you were watching I'm a cutie pie and he raids some dude and you fell asleep. Like, I'm a cutie pie has at least 1,000 people, sometimes up to like 15,000 people if he's streaming League of Legends. Like, if he does that, let's say he does that for a whole month or two, like, your average is going to be high as hell. Obviously, they started doing where, like, you have to have, like, more consistency than just a month, but I'm just using that as an example. Like, if you know enough guys and you're, like, the only guy on, like, and they're rating you, like, is that really your fan base or is that somebody else's fan base you're just getting rated with? That's just my opinion, my 2 cents. Maybe I'm being a hater, but whatever. I just tell it how it is, how my opinion is about the situation, and that's really what my opinion is I think there's a lot of people that got partnered in the last, like, year that I don't think necessarily earned it in the sense of, like, they would have got there without a lot of help. Well, it is what it is.
Since 1999, we're coming to you from T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. It'll be Conquest baseball action this evening between the All-Stars and the Mariners.
Man, I get it. They call it networking, but at the same time, like, I don't got time. I gotta, well, at this point, I got a 4-month-old. Like, obviously I do all the editing for my YouTube channel. Like, I love Scott. I would never did YouTube if it wasn't for him. But, like, he hasn't edited a video probably, and it's nothing, and I don't care, because me and him had a talk, but, like, we're still really good friends. Like, it has nothing to do, like, he didn't just, like, leave me hanging out to dry. Like, he wanted to do it, he wanted to do some editing because COVID wasn't working or whatever, due to COVID, and, like, his job started back up, so he had to go back to work. But between editing some YouTube videos every once in a while, working a 40-hour job, and having a 4-month-old and a wife, like, there's no time for me to kiss other people's asses at the same time. Oh, plus I started a card breaking car collectibles no. Mariano Rivera is much more than that. Jackie Robinson is all of the 42 players. Mariano Rivera, I'll show you what the Mariano Rivera collection is. I didn't really do an overview of it because I wasn't home when he came out. And I didn't have my setup. I left my hard drive at home that I save all my videos on. So I had to like rework all the Streamlabs, and then it was just terrible weekend in Ocean City when we went for vacation. So I never got around to making a video about how to go about getting Mariano Rivera. But I'll do a little brief. Oh my lord. Yo, can we just talk about how Soriano was like... My bad. Just talk about how Soriano was like in the middle of the field. First off, that was me terrible base running. What else is new? But I'm not sure what his 99 throws. Now Rivera does have a. Yo, can we just talk about how this man's in the infield? Like, what is he doing? Whatever. He does throw pretty hard.
Here's the pitch. As he takes a cold
I don't think it's anything crazy, but he throws hard for sure.
Change up here, but that's taken low.
Yeah, all the 42 players is for 99 Jackie Robinson, but Jackie Robinson is part of the he's one of the options that you can use to get the Mariano Rivera. You don't have to get him though. I think there's 2 collections you don't have to do, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check, but I think there's 2 collections you don't have to do to get Mariano Rivera. But there are different kinds of collections. I think I have 2 of them done. I'm doing this one because a lot of the players that are used for the Stage 2, well, Season 2 Team Affinities, not Stage 2, will help you with different collections. So to get, what is it, 30 points by doing the Conquest map each is pretty big for, I think this is for the Central.
And that one right down Main Street.
That's a pitch he'd like to
Yeah,
have
the Mariano Rivera
back.
collection is a big
Very many
collection.
pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Sinker, and that's ruled strike 2. 1 out, nobody on.
Oh,
Ball 3. 3-2 now. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center.
yeah, that sounds right. It's 1 or 2. I think it probably is 1 if you say that. I haven't checked in a while, but
so 2 out, nobody on. And up next, the corner outfielder Mitch Haniger. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning.
good old David Ortiz. That's how I say that. David Ortiz right there. The Gold Glove first baseman that you guys all know him as. Best defensive first baseman that ever played the game.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0.
Like a cat over there.
Extends nicely, and this
there we go. That should be gone, I think. Good old Mike Trout with his big old forearm.
To lead off the inning. Up to the plate now is David Ortiz. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Oh, that makes sense.
Swung on and hit in the air to left.
No shift for Big Pop. He would have a shift to be a double.
No problem for the first out.
Could have waddled to second base.
Mike Piazza. Here's the first pitch. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Ground rule double.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now as he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm of the base
way
hit.
off line.
And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
There we go. We don't have the bullpen going, of course. gross hands here.
Stepping in now, Jordan Groshans.
Gross hands, gross hands. He's the guy that should have been in the game last year for the future stars instead they gave you that guy who's doing this terrible.
With that one, it's way above the
Can't
strike
remember his
zone.
name.
Now the 2-0. There's a swing and a drive hit well.
Man,
out
the
to
Blue
right
Jays
field.
players
Ranging
actually
back
fully
is
developed. Their team's going to be
On the
absolutely
warning track,
disgusting.
He makes the catch.
Like, they have so many good
And he's up
players.
to
It's
third
so
safely
dumb.
now with 2 gone in the inning. Ernie Banks will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher.
Like between Vladdy, Bichette, Biggio,
Set and the pitch. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0.
George Springer,
Runner
if he
in
gets,
scoring
if he ever
position
gets
with 2
healthy,
gone.
the dude keeps tearing his damn quads.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw on to first, and they're able
It's just
to
you guys are
escape
just
the
pitchers, man. Nate Pearson. Yeah, I need Nate Pearson to end up being good, please. Oh, you talking about the baseball stuff? Well, so if you actually collect baseball stuff, and I don't know if the YouTube guys will be able to see this or not, I'll put it in the Twitch stream. I actually started an LLC with me and 2 of my friends, and I'll put the Facebook group in here real quick. But essentially, we're running, if we fill up the breaks, then we'll run the breaks. The problem is the breaks aren't filling all the time because we're still a new group. It only has Facebook, but here is the Facebook group. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I can post it. Let me go on to YouTube and I'll post it. Hold on. Because I think if I go to my channel, it'll show that I'm live and I can go live and post stuff. But it doesn't post. But essentially, if we fill up the breaks, then we'll run the breaks. There we go. That's the Facebook group. I don't know if anybody here collects football or baseball cards or even basketball. I have good prices for hobby boxes that I can get you. I'll probably beat anybody else's prices if you really are interested. As for hockey, the vendor that I'm only with one distributor right now. The distributor I am with does not sell hockey. So for you Canadians that love the hockey, there is no hockey. There will be no hockey cards.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next it'll be the outfielder, Kyle Lewis. No
But yeah,
balls,
I
no
mean,
strike to
if
count.
the breaks fill up, I'll open more cards. I was thinking about doing some rip and chips. I don't know if you know what those are. Rip and chips, essentially, there'll be boxes of cards. You pay a certain price. I rip the box open. I sleeve and top load all of the cards for you, and then I ship them to your house. Because retail cards are really hard to get right now. But I don't know if anybody in this group, like I said, is card collectors. I try not to push it because, not that I want them to be completely 2 separate entities, but at the same time, like, one is 100% free to help you play a video game. The other one definitely is not a free hobby. Watching me suck at video games and do some tutorials to help you guys out.
And there's out number 2.
Because I understand what it's like to struggle in certain aspects of a video game. And like what I needed help with when I first started playing baseball or hockey that no one ever explained to me. As much as a for free thing where buying baseball cards for me is not. And I'm not, like, Toxic has known me probably now for 2 years almost. I'm not one of those guys to ever tell you to spend your money or force you to do anything or say you better do this or else. Like, I'm not one of those guys. So it's not my personality.
Top of the third set to get underway, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Byron Buxton.
That's
Now here's the first offer.
try to hit a dinger.
Line drive to center
There we
field.
go, Byron.
And that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. The next batter is Alfonso Soriano as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
All right, let's see what we got here. We got Paxton.
And there's ball 1.
What happened to the music?
Buxton on at first, nobody out. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
The 3-1 swing and a liner.
Ooh, I thought he caught that.
And that's in for a base hit. His second in his many
Cut
trips
off.
to
No,
the
he's
plate.
throwing to third. Throwing doubles. My man is throwing doubles.
Into the box now, Chipper Jones. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
I might have to double tag with Soriano here.
He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring
I
home
might
a
even
run
get a
as the
single tag
runner
with
tags
Soriano
from
there.
third. And the throw comes into third, but it's not in time, and it'll be scored a sac fly and an RBI.
But I want to put this in like the playlist.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a
Bye,
big
bye,
swing
ball.
by Trout, and he connects on this
Bye,
one. That's out to
bye,
deep left
ball.
field. And it's gone. Into the box, David Ortiz.
Number 34.
And he puts it on the ground to second, right to him. And there are
Some
two
better
away
music
now.
here.
So stepping in is Mike Piazza. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Hit down the third baseline.
A little overzealous.
Over the first, and that retires
What are
the
you
side.
gonna do? Just a little overzealous.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Lifted into the air to
Pitching
shallow
good old
center.
Gagne here.
Buxton comes on now, and he has it one down.
I need to get the stupid commentators off.
Now to bat, Tom Murphy.
The catcher. Dom.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0 delivery. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Fouled
Come
off.
on, Gagne, K him, boy.
Here he comes again, 1-2.
Yeah, you're right. Pearson and Yates is a huge difference maker.
Things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now. Ty France is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Just got the corner that time with a fastball, strike 2. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a swing and a miss, and that's going to do it. This one's headed for the record books. A combined no-hitter.
A combined no-hitter in 3
5-0
innings.
finish tonight. Pittsburgh took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Tom Glavine is credited with the win. James Paxton worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Blizak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshow.com.
Fans, our final line score. First,
Oh, Trout hit two big dingers right there at 3 RBIs. Team on his back for a game. Oh, I don't know how to hit that X button. No, Soriano getting a nice little +1 to all Addies bump. Trout at a parallel 2. 66, we're the 66,000th person to do it, somewhere in that area. Apparently, I finally got my Ken Griffey I've been trying to buy for 2 days. Alright, so let me get it back into the attack phase here and move over to the fans. And I'll pop over and I'll show you what the collection and kind of how it works for... what collections are you confused about, Salty? Because you said that some of the collections are confusing. If you give me a particular collection you're confused about, I can 100% explain it to you. We still need to steal fans because I suck, right? Oh, we sure do. All right, so we'll do that in a second. We'll steal from Arizona. So like, let's go to... All right, so for collections, you go to collections, and when you go to live series collection, it's pretty simple. The collection is this: you get a team, you collect all 40 of the cards. Obviously, the 40-man roster changes some, so Zach Thompson and Luis Marte were not on the roster whenever I did the collection, but I have it complete because whoever they replaced was in the collection at the time. You collect them all. Now, when you collect stuff, unlike in NHL, you get to keep the cards. They don't rip you off. Oh, so how do you get like the live series players? Well, you can get them from opening packs, or if you get into the collection screen, you can actually hit square or X if you're on Xbox. You pop on over, you hit view a marketplace, you buy him for a certain amount of stubs. You can buy him right now for 1,133 stubs, or you can put in a buy order for 1,000 stubs because he's gold. You have to pay at least 1,000, but you can put in a buy order for 1,000 stubs. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to just waste 1,000 stubs because I already have the card. But that's how you do it. It's plain and simple. You just buy them. Yeah, you get to keep them. You don't get rid of any of them. So like, I have Trout collected, and he's still on my team. In MLB, any collection you do, you get to keep them. So see, I have Trout. He's still on my team right here. Now, if you do an exchange like this, the exchanges I was talking about, where I was talking about this is the big money maker that I did at least, is you go to exchange. I don't know if I have the right pieces for it, but you take a 77, and then you find some 78s. And I do have enough 78s, so you find some 78s, you exchange. Now you lose those 4 cards. However, what I did there is I got myself a gold pack, which is going to come out as a gold player. Now it's Jordan Alvarez. He's a good gold player, so I can just quick sell him. But if you look, there are some gold players that are on the marketplace for a decent amount of money. Now, in those gold players, you can only get live series players. But if you go over here to the 84s, Ramon Laureano, 2,600. Jeff McNeil, 1,400. These aren't even the high ones. 3,000 for Joe Musgrove. 5,000. Oh, Posey went diamond, I guess. So did Castellanos. All right, so Musgrove is 3,000. Kimbrel's 4,300. Wheeler's 4,300. So you get these guys that are well over a couple thousand stubs, then you can make even more stubs because you can sell them at a higher price. Now, it's not as fruitful as it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but it's still definitely something worth it. Like Shohei Ohtani. If you got a full Shohei Ohtani out of doing an exchange, you exchange for less than 1,000, you're getting 4,400 out. I mean, that's big time, right? No, there's no gold to diamond exchange, but I mean, you can easily, like if you exchange those things, it's pretty easy. Because for the silvers, if you look to the silvers, like a 78, you can get any 78 for, well, I guess they're up in price a little bit. Because there's a lot of people making videos about that, which is why I didn't tell anybody. I did tell anybody that asked how to make stubs. Like, if you asked me how to make stubs, I told you. But as you can see, there's a lot of people that have like 126 orders, 89 orders. Like, it wasn't like that like 2 weeks ago. But if you go in there and you put your order in, even if you go, like, let's say you pay $205 for each one. 205 times 4 is going to be 820 coins, right? And then if you get a 77, let's say you pay, well, they're expensive too. Let's say you pay 180 or 170 for 77. You're going to be at 1,000 coins even. So no matter what, you can't lose coins. You can only break even. So for every good gold that you pull, you make a bunch of stubs. For every one that you pull that's kind of crappy, you just break even. It's tedious. The only other way to make coins, well, stubs, they're not coins. The only other way to make stubs would be to flip stuff based on the buy-sell price and finding a decent gap, which is also tedious. You can also get a lot of free packs by doing Conquest. And then the Team Affinities obviously have a bunch of packs too. If you go to Programs, Team Affinity, you go down here, you do these Team Affinities. Well, that's Legends and stuff, but you get a free pack here. You get a free pack here that guarantees you at least a gold. Right here, you get 5 free packs. Right here, you get 3 packs that guarantee you at least a gold. So this pack right here is at least 3,000 stubs, and that's quick sell value. You can pull diamonds out of these as well. Right here, you get 10 packs of the Team Affinities plus when you throw out unlocking. So you get all these 88s that actually go to the Jackie Robinson. Does it really say I'm playing MLB the Show? What on it definitely does. Why does it say that? I don't know why it would. How does it tell me to? How do I fix it to where it lets me say that I'm playing? You were 100% wrong. And it says I'm playing MLB the Show, but I don't know how to switch that. Hold on, let me go into Streamlabs and see what I can do. But in the description, it just says to support me at streamlabs.com/hopefulchewbacca. I mean, he's not wrong. 100%. 100% I am playing MLB the Show 15 apparently. There's a way to switch it in the settings in Streamlabs somehow, I'm sure. That's not what I'm gonna do. Let's see. So it has Twitch game. I can switch the description to say I don't know if that's going to change anything. Oh, I'll show the advanced settings. That's probably what I need to do. Yeah, man, it definitely doesn't, Yeah, I'll have to see if I can message somebody like Light Skin Chris or somebody that's been streaming on YouTube and ask him what he does. Because I'm not sure why it's saying I'm streaming MLB The Show 15. Because my settings definitely says 21. Because it says 21 on Twitch, and that's what it asked me to pick from. Now, I'm multi-streaming, so I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube. So maybe that's why it's all goofy, but yeah. Strange. I mean, the title says MLB The Show 21, so I'm not too worried about it. YouTube, I don't think YouTube's a big guy to take stuff down. I know that Twitch will give you like a little warning if you're not playing the right game. Like if I say I'm playing League of Legends and I'm sitting here playing MLB The Show, because League of Legends has like a bigger following, you people can like report you and you can get like a little warning, because that happened one time when I was playing Teamfight Tactics. Like I got a little warning about that I forgot to switch my game because I had played MLB The Show for a while. Okay, so for the Mariano Rivera, he has a bunch of other collections. As you can see, I've done some with the monthly rewards, rookies, postseason, but these are all like things like the future stars. The only way to get the future stars is, well, I think you can buy him actually in the store, but you only need 10 of them. So like you can unlock all of them. You can unlock 8 of them. You can unlock more than 8 of them. You can literally unlock all of them by doing the Season 2 Team Affinity, so you don't even need to spend any money to get this one done. Tops Now, 100% free. I only have 18 of them because I've done all the Tops Now. The Signature Series, this is the tricky one. Is Eckersley's a boss, Longoria's expensive, Seager's expensive, Santana's expensive, and so is Bane. But you only need 2. I'm going to take Dennis Eckersley. Not going to buy him right now. I will eventually unlock him here for the inning, but that's probably the harder one. That and the prospects. The prospects you have to go through and play the America map, because if you go play the America map, which I have a full, it's not all the way playthrough tutorial video because I haven't even actually completed the map, to be honest. But I did do a very in-depth tutorial that will help you start out on the map, and then it's very easy from there. But it gets you to a little bit before this point. But it's a very good start to the map. But as you can see, the goals for this map are you capture all of the AL East team strongholds and you get the Conquest prospect pack for the AL East, which has 1 player in it, and there's 6 divisions, so you get 6 of those cards. Well, you need, I think, 18 of them or 20 of them to do the collection. So you're gonna have to play that map at least 3 times, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Like, eventually I'll get there. I'm not gonna play through that map tonight, obviously. I probably won't play any of it. And yes, Eckersley right now is one of the 3rd inning bosses. There's 3 of them. You can either buy them or you can pick, well, you get to pick one, you can buy the other 2, but Eckersley is definitely one of them. In my video of the reviews, I think it's a lot harder to find closing pitchers than it is to find outfielders or third basemen, which is why I thought Eckersley was the best option. I don't think Eckersley is necessarily an endgame pitcher, but I definitely don't think Sizemore or Glaus is an endgame third baseman, definitely not an endgame outfielder. They're good for right now. With so many outfielders come out, why would you waste it on Grady Sizemore? Plus, I mean, they're all relatively inexpensive, so I don't know. I think Eckersley will have the most value long term, but I guess Glaus could be also a bench bat for a very long time. So there's also that argument because he is a good bench bat. He can definitely be a good bench bat long time. Oh, what I was gonna say to get Jackie Robinson to 99 overall that somebody had talked about, that collection is actually in the Legends and Flashback. It's the 42 collection, and you gotta collect all the 42 series players, which the only way to unlock these players is through the Season 1 Team Affinity, which is nice because you can get those for free and you get a lot of packs for doing it. However, some of the other guys like the Cal Ripken Jr. you have to buy in the marketplace because they were pre-order cards. They did have a 42 series event where I think you could get 2 more of them, and they gave 1 for free for all the server issues, I believe. However, you're gonna have to probably pay to get at least 1 or 2 of them, which makes it you have to pay for it a little bit, but it's not bad. And then the Jackie Robinson's obviously typical 99 overall Jackie Robinson. Now, getting into 5th parallel, I think he actually becomes probably what will be the best second baseman all year because he has mostly maxed hitting because he'll have 122 and then 125 for the hitting on contact. And he'll have good power, 85 plus on the power. Pretty much max vision. He's going to be 99 speed. He's going to be a diamond fielder probably all over the field. Overall, I think he's a lot better with that 5th parallel than he was last year. I'm not a huge fan of his swing, though. I'm going to unlock him. I'm going to probably play with him. He'll probably be my second baseman for the whole year. Hopefully I can get used to his swing because I'm really trying hard to like Chipper Jones and his swing, but I'm not a fan of Chipper Jones' swing either. Maybe I'll develop a love for it. There's just some guys, like I love Cal Ripken's swing. Everyone thinks Cal Ripken's swing is one of the worst swings in the game. So everybody is allowed to have a different opinion about the swing and the players that they like to use. And it's just one of those things. It's personal preference when you get higher level cards. And there is a lot of them. There's a lot of cards that are going to be 97 plus. They're going to be 98 plus, 99. It's a lot of good players in Major League Baseball. It's not like hockey where like Crosby's animations are 10 times better than everybody else's, so you gotta have Crosby if Crosby gets a 99 card. I think it's not as bad as NHL when it comes to that stuff. Oh my god, I keep yawning. I don't think it's as bad as NHL when it comes to that stuff, where like you always want to have Mario Lemieux because he's 6'4" and he's big body and he just bangs people, the Blake Wheelers of the game or whatever else. I don't think it's as bad as NHL is.
Live inside Chase Field, we're getting ready for baseball from the desert. It should be a good Conquest matchup tonight between the All-Stars and the Diamondbacks. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. So that'll bring in Byron Buxton. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Pitch on the way. Underway now in the Valley of the Sun.
I don't know, man. I'm not a huge. I don't like Sizemore swing that much from using him in the Showdown, but he could be okay, I guess. I mean, everyone really hyped up Grady Sizemore in general because they thought he was like the next Barry Bonds. Early on, he looked like it. I mean, he got hurt. Never lived up to what everyone thought his potential was. I mean, he's no 40-40 club guy, but he's a 30-30 club guy. He was no Alfonso. I probably took steroids Soriano. Wow. Who's the second baseman? Oh, Castro.
Digging in, switch hitter, Chipper Jones. First pitch of the AB on its way. Line to the right side.
Get down, boy.
But that'll land foul, strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Back up the middle. And Chipper's going to reach, it's a base hit. Marte gloves it. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish.
Oh, boy.
Offline throw,
wow,
but they still got it. Stepping up is Tim LaCastro. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second base.
Ooh, baby.
Strike at the knees, it's 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Two well-executed pitches at the knees right there, but I know this hitter's looking for something up.
Curveball got him swinging for the first out.
Vita Blue is the World Series reward, so he is not in tax at all, actually.
Now here's the pitch. David Peralta comes on with one
He
gun
is
here as he looks at a
only
called strike one. And a breaking
available
ball in the dirt that
in
time for a ball.
the store or by getting the World Series.
And this
wow.
one runs a little too far in, ball two.
That was a terrible pitch.
All
That
even
was
now,
better,
2-2.
but still not great.
Bases are empty, one man out. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Trout on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Yeah, you can also get him by just winning 40 games in ranked seasons.
Up next for
I forgot to
Arizona,
mention that.
Marte, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Good time to take something off, but it's 2-1 now.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at-bat. One might be coming right here.
Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Here's the pitch. And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk. Here's the first pitch. Eduardo Escobar stands in as he looks at ball one here. It looked like the fastball got away from him there.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
It's really hard to pitch from the stretch. All right, so we're going to go back to the gameplay. No, that's not what I want to do. Pitching, and I need to actually take the announcer off, and I need to do that. Someone remind me after the game. I don't know why that stopped. All right, sounds good, Salty. Have a good night, man. Be safe.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. As Rivera is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Hit in the air down the right field line. Acuna will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up David Ortiz. Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled hard, but it's fouled down the first base side.
Definitely going to do a tutorial video tomorrow that'll come out. That'll do the 3rd inning Conquest map like I have been doing. I'm going to try to get a little bit better explanation off of what exactly to start or whatever, because I know somebody had said something today, a little bit of an issue about how each of the phases work. So I'll try to explain those a little bit better in the next video that's going to probably come out, like I said. It's definitely going to come out tomorrow. The reason I'm streaming tonight was because I didn't actually have a video that I could come out with today, because I actually spent a lot of time doing stuff. So didn't even get a chance to get to my computer till like 10 p.m.
Hard hit ball to second, fielded cleanly, and that's the second out. Acuna digs in now. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the AB now. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Marte will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. So now to the plate, Josh Reddick. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The right field.
And now the first
Got him
pitch.
sway lane at least for maybe another inning here.
And he lays off a pitch
Hey,
here that he
Blanco, how
probably
you doing,
shouldn't
bud?
have. 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Reddick behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Reddick just getting the business.
Well, he kind of struggled through that first inning, but ended up getting out of it. Now here in the second, you know he'd love to get this leadoff guy and get off on the right foot and maybe settle into this game.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Josh Reddick is sent packing to begin the bottom of the inning. High and deep down the left field line.
High and deep down the left field line. Foul.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2.
All right, let's do it. This is going to be strike 3 right here on the circle change. See you later. Go sit down.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Go sit down. Haven Smith.
Haven Smith is at the plate as he looks at ball 1.
How are you doing tonight, man?
This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up, and he'll step
Over the ground on first and scooped up by the Gold Glover David Ortiz.
Here is Jordan Groshans as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning of this one. First offering. Pulled high in the air out to left field.
Missed it.
Peralta has it, and it's a quick out, number 1.
You talking about the one with Carter? I heard everyone bitching about. I seen everyone bitching about it on Facebook. Gary Carter
steps into the on-deck circle now, looking to start something here with 1 gone in the inning.
Absolute best catcher in the game.
Wheels and deals.
I don't even know what his primary position is, but come on, Ernie.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Little chopper back to the mound. And there's out number 2.
Ernie just isn't very good without Bert.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll
ain't
bring
very
up the
good without
speedy
his buddy
outfielder
Bert.
Byron Buxton. And That's up and
All
in
right,
for ball
Buxton.
one.
Get on base, cause some havoc. Get up Soriano. Oh, bye ball. Way to hang the curveball, Caleb Smith. You're the man.
They'll have taken the lead. Home run.
He hung the fattest
Next batter
curveball.
is Alfonso Soriano.
Gotta love it.
As he will look at a first
Got
pitch
to
fastball for ball
love
one.
it.
0 for 1 for him here in this one. Driven nicely
That's
into
in
the
the
gap.
gap.
Legs
That's a
turning. He's
triple
headed
in
for
the gap.
second.
Easy money, baby.
And
Let's
he's
go.
not stopping. He wants
Of
3.
course he's not stopping.
And he is into
Slow
third with a
roller to the
2-out
wall.
triple.
Alfonso, I hit triple Soriano. That wasn't even a good swing.
In now, Shepard Jones. He
Down
grounds
the
it
line.
sharply to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And that'll
Let's
play
go.
their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
All right, Mike Trout. Do some damage too if you want
At
to.
the plate, Mike Trout. Now the ball lined toward the gap in left center.
Yeah, boys.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases.
Going shopping at the gap.
And the runner from
Friday
first
night
comes
discounts,
around to
baby.
score.
20% off. But yeah, all the home run moments are absolutely terrible.
To the plate now is David Ortiz. He swings and sends
see
it
you
on
ball.
the line to right center. And this will kick off the base hit
Trading
ball.
places.
And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
All right, Mike Piazza, your turn, bud.
So now to the plate, Mike Piazza. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
Piazza.
He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Oh,
Saws him
no.
off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Wow.
And he'll avoid the Josh
That one
Rojas
further than the
will get the
ball.
call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 10.
So a new pitcher coming on now as the right-hander Eric Gagne gets the call here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. And a great change of pace has him off balance, a swing and a miss. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Fouled away. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the
See you
home
later, Blanco.
supporters
Have a good
here.
night, buddy.
One away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it.
Castro.
And there are 2 away now.
Maybe toxic. Do I want them to? No. No one wants to watch Montreal in the Stanley Cup.
So far. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Liner towards second. And the Diamondbacks have their first hit of the game.
A Montreal, like imagine if Montreal ends up playing. Who could they play in the championship? Like a Montreal New York Islanders champion, the Stanley Cup would be absolutely terrible for hockey. The ratings would be so low. No one's trying to watch that garbage.
What makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Tough
Like it'd be
curveball
great
that
for
time, but he's
Canada,
able
like
to make a
Canadian
little
ratings,
contact
but
to
it would
keep
not
his
be
at-bat
good
going.
for like
Arizona
hockey in
down to its
general.
last strike. And look out, that's in very tight, and it's ball 4. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Now it's swinging a ground ball. This should do it.
Just not enough
Throw on to
star
second
power
for the
if you only have the
force, and
Islanders
ball
and the
game is
Canadians,
Well,
and that
the
makes
Wings a
sense.
win, not the most triumphant victory of all time, but at least they did earn themselves some more fans, and sometimes.
So that would be my concern with it from a hockey fan's perspective. But I could also just be like overreacting. So alright, so we got all those fans. I guess we just go no, well, let's take over this side of the snake here. I just don't think that's good for hockey, man. And I mean, I get it, but I mean, like, what's the star power for the Canadians? Shea Weber? The Islanders, what's Barzell? Like, Barzell's just not marketable. I don't know, man. Makes me sound kind of silly, I guess, but I mean, yeah, but okay, Carey Price, cool. Like, goaltenders don't sell. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, guys want a Sidney Crosby, they want an Ovechkin, they want a who else? Like, no one's looking for, oh, look at that Carey Price guy. What the fuck is it? What cruddy packs? Dumb game. I mean, from my perspective as a hockey fan, yes, but you're talking about a commoner, like a guy that doesn't like hockey. You're trying to grow the sport with your championship game. The Islanders versus the Canadians is not a sexy matchup. It's not a Crosby versus Ovechkin. It's not a Nathan McKinnon or Connor McDavid versus somebody. Like, for hockey, yeah, man, like, you want to see good goaltending. You want to see guys that are like, I like watching grinders. Like, I think watching fourth liners play hockey, especially at live hockey, is some of the most fun hockey to watch. But the common man does not give two shits unless the guys are going to fight, which none of them fight anymore. Like, guys like Tom Wilson has, like, really good, like, have roles on teams. But, like, Tom Wilson is not a guy that a commoner or a casual goes and watches. It's like, oh, that Tom Wilson guy's amazing. Like, well, I think Tom Wilson's a piece of shit, actually. But you know what I mean. Like, people aren't going out of their way to go watch Tom Wilson play. But they go out of their way to go watch Sidney Crosby or somebody super exciting like Nathan McKinnon and Connor McDavid. I mean, I do think McDavid and them are like, I think it would be really nice if it would be a showcase of, like, and maybe the NHL should just set it up, and obviously from a Penguins fan it's going to sound very homer, but it'd be very nice if before Crosby retires, McDavid and Crosby have kind of like a passing of the torch in the Stanley Cup of, like, and obviously the Penguins have to lose in this scenario, but passing of the torch from Crosby being the best player to McDavid being the best player. But it's not, I mean, it's not going to happen that way because Edmonton's front office is a bunch of fucking morons. You got two of the best hockey players in the fucking world and you can't win a goddamn playoff game. You can't even make the play, let alone win a fucking playoff series. Them in fucking Toronto. Good God, how can you have so much young talent and just fucking suck ass in the playoffs? I mean, I get that Toronto losing Tavares was like a big fucking thing, right? But, like, even without him, their team should have been on paper so good that you could lose him. It doesn't matter.
The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
So crazy. It's just crazy.
And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish.
Missed it.
Hit high in the air.
A pitch hit, a home run on.
Peralta on the move. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Runner at first with 2 gone in the inning, and that'll bring up David Ortiz. From the belt, the pitch.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. Puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one.
That good old slider, curveball, combo, wombo.
High and deep to center field. Marte retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side
Well,
is
I mean, the
retired.
Flames are in the same boat, bud. I mean, another team that had loads of young talent that just doesn't live up to their potential.
Half of the
For the
first.
Diamondback, the second baseman, Tim
Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Castro.
Behind 0-2 now.
Hey, great job by the offense right here to put a number up on the board and allow this young gun to go out on the mound, relax a little bit, and establish that good fastball.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Batting
Here's the
second,
pitch.
the left fielder, David.
David Peralta stands in as he looks at a called strike. And
But they
it's
had a
fouled.
bunch of guys that were supposed to be talented just because they didn't pan out. Like, I mean, because didn't they have like guys like Monahan and stuff that don't pan out? It doesn't mean that there's not talent. It just means they're not playing up to their potential. And Edmonton's had their fair share of that bullshit. Look at
This is
Yakupov.
1-2.
Great arm action on that.
Best
two-strike
first round,
changeup
first
right
overall
there.
pick ever.
Even better job at the plate to take that one.
And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first. 2 away. Ketel Marte
Good
is
old
in
nail
for Chevrolet as
Yakupov.
he takes a ball 1-0.
Gonna be a long day if he executes like this, punching tickets right out of the gate.
To first, reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is digging in. Will be Mike Piazza. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
The catcher, Mike Young.
First pitch of the AB now. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. Gone to lead off the inning.
My name's Mike Piazza. I hit home runs.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now.
The right fielder,
As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. Acuna is really a rare talent in this sport, a true 5-tool player. Now this one's crushed. Left field line, and he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball.
Ah, man, just a hair early on that one and just pulled it foul. He's going to have to find a way to refocus. Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
At the plate now is Jordan Groshans. First offering on its way. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. In there, a base hit. Ernie Banks will grab a back hit for the
Ernie.
pitcher here.
now coming to the
From the stretch. Hit in the air down the right field line. Reddick is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. He changed his mind there as he's back into first, no problem. Stepping in once again is Byron Buxton. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, give me a repeat performance of that last double. With a man on first right now, let him run and get you a ribby.
Groshans rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score as they push their lead to 3 now. Into the box now, Alfonso Soriano. Now a fastball runs inside.
I mean, it
and
just
drills
seems
it.
like
That's
they
good.
have a bunch of talent. You just want to say there's no talent because you don't want to feel bad about your team underperforming.
2 on, 2 away,
But
2
their
home
biggest
so
issue is
far
that they
this
can't
inning.
find a fucking
1-0
goaltender to save
the
their
count.
life.
From the belt, the pitch. Now a high fly ball headed for the corner.
That was
and left.
absolutely
It has the
mutilating, and that's gonna be
distance
foul.
And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. High in the air down the right field line.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Taken that time by Chipper as the count draws even at 2-2, and he's back in standing. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so wouldn't he go up there and make him throw?
Now this rolls all the way to the wall. And the run will score all the way from first. Now a 5-0 lead.
Really beat
Riley
Caleb.
Smith, the 6'1" right-hander, will be the one to get the call from the bullpen here. Stepping in now, Mike Trout.
Oh yeah, but I mean they have like a crap ton of above average talent though.
0-for-1 for him here in this one. In the dirt here. 4 runs here in this half inning.
Like Gaudreau, Monahan.
But he lays off 1 and 2.
I mean, Sam Bennett didn't really pan out the way they thought Sam Bennett was out based on his draft pick status, right? But
the catcher's glove as it rolls away, but it won't skip
Kachuk,
away far enough.
like they have guys that are good. They're just, but you're right. They don't have any. They don't have a McDavid. They don't have a Crosby. They don't have an Ovechkin.
Here now the 2-2. Right side, but it's gonna.
I mean, did he regress? I mean, I believe you. I'm gonna look at some numbers real quick. I thought he was having a good season. He's still young though. He's only 26. Oh, you're right. He only had 28 points. Oh wow. Yeah, he's had 2 bad seasons. Who's he playing with? I'm gonna look at the freaking roster now. Kachuk had a good year, didn't he? Oh, it looks like the whole team just regressed, man. It looks like all their numbers all went down as a whole team together. Like, if you look at their numbers 2 years ago, they're like really good numbers, and then it looks like their numbers just everyone decreased.
Swing and
wow, that's
goes.
A fucking.
He got all of this one.
Actually, it's not as far as it looked at that angle. I'm
Another
curious to see how
excellent
far.
swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
424 is a good way, but off the bat it looked like a 500-footer.
Up to the plate now is David Ortiz. Fouled off. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly.
Hold over
On
on
to
it.
first, and
Hold
it's
over.
in time as they're finally able to retire him.
Your attention, please. Now,
So a new pitcher coming on now as the right-hander Eric Gagne gets the call here. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball 1-0.
the third baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
Look out, 2-0 now. Gagne is pretty much a manager's dream coming out of the bullpen. High strikeouts, doesn't walk a lot of batters, usually a recipe for a lot of success.
Oh, that's one of the keys. I think if you were to build a perfect relief pitcher, you'd want a guy that throws a lot of strikes,
That's it.
that minimizes
Not
the
short
base
side.
on balls, and nobody does it as good as this guy does right now in the game of baseball.
Behind 0-2 now. Hit sharply on the ground. And Cabrera's going to have himself a base hit. Stepping in is Josh
That is
Reddick.
it.
As he'll take a look
The
at a
right
strike
fielder.
right down the middle. It's 0-1. First shot for him
Reddick.
here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over.
Got out of that one.
Now to the plate, here is Mike Piazza, off to a fine start in this one after launching a homer his first time up.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And it looks like he'll have extra bases here to begin the third. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Acuna digs in now. And he puts it on the ground to second. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, one away. Now into the box, Jordan Groshans singled in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch. So
Ooh,
watch the
almost hit him
slider
in the
that
knee.
stays inside for ball one. Inside with the sinker, and that'll keep him honest at the plate.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem. Babe Ruth will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitch.
Babe Ruth getting a pinch hit opportunity. Bring in the Babe.
He's set. Here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. Peralta's after it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with two gone in the inning. Here's Byron Buxton now. Runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch on its way. This is line to left. Peralta
It's an absolute
able to track it
piss,
down
man.
for Goose Gossage, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. Carson Kelly is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
You know, it's funny right there. You look at that pitch, and it's almost a hybrid in between a big-time old-school curveball and a nasty slider that goes off the fastball. That's kind of right in the middle right there, kind of working off the clock, that 3 to 8, if you can picture that in your head. Tough pitch to lay off.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Carson Kelly is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Acuna's there for it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Josh Rojas will grab a back hit for the pitcher here. As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. A ball and a strike. And it's 1-2. Arizona down to its last strike. And that misses 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different...
Jones is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. And
Oh, we got Chipper Jones, the first parallel. 67,000 people at least have him. It's pretty crazy. Well, we got the hidden reward of Ballins to have it. I'm going to take over some space, get to the Angels, and I'm probably going to get off for the night. We'll open that Ballins to have it before I get off, though. But I'm a little tired, so gotta be up early to haul away a bunch of leaves and stuff my father-in-law cut down, branches and all that other crap, brush. He's doing well. He's in like the 60th percentile in like growth and like weight and height, I think, and then his head's in like the 90th percentile. Last time I went to the doctor, like last week or the week before. Let's get the reinforced. Let me get. But he's getting big. He sleeps through the night, so that's nice. Because I guess that's not like a normal thing. A lot of babies, I guess, don't do that. So. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's a couple of cards we pulled out of the break. I got to friggin' sell on eBay. This Brett Beatty out of, what's this, out of $4.99. Poussin out of 75. I know there's glare coming off my camera, but Poussin here. This is a 199 Nick Allen. All like young prospect kids. 199 Nick Allen, and then this Pete Crow Armstrong diamond refractor or whatever. Gotta put those up on eBay. And unfortunately, there was someone that didn't. The person that had the Mets, Oakland Athletics, and St. Louis. I think it was St. Louis. They didn't want to pay. They paid and then asked for their money back. Got a bunch of freaking. These are all chromes. I got a bunch of like rookie Dylan Carlsons. I got to put up too. But anyways, that's where I'm gonna leave this map at for the night. I appreciate everyone watching that's still here. I'm probably not gonna raid anybody right now. I mean, I guess like Jugsy and them are on. I could raid one of those guys, but I think it's just me and you, Toxic, from Twitch. I don't know exactly who's here from YouTube that's watching, but I'm not gonna raid anybody with just me and you. I appreciate you coming by. Like I said, I'm gonna be streaming a lot more. Especially if I can get some videos done. If I can get my work schedule back to working 6 to 2, I can make the video early, and then I can, you know, edit it, post it to come out like it's 6, 7 o'clock or whatever. Then I can get on and stream for a couple hours when my wife and kid go to bed. But we'll see. That all depends, and if that's like a perfect scenario, perfect world, right? I'm gonna try to definitely stream on the weekends though. Hopefully help out some people if they have actual questions so they can ask me in person. Probably try to start the stream a little bit earlier. Gonna let people know in the videos that I am streaming. But everybody have a good night.